But the high-handedness, the arrogance, is not just limited to the national capital. Examples of this boorish culture is on display across the country, and very often makes headlines. But following a day of uproar, little is done. September 2012, the cavalcade of Jammu and Kashmir Minister Taj Mohyuddin was speeding towards its destination. He did not see any reason for stopping at the red light. Mohyuddin's cavalcade jumped the traffic signal. The traffic constable on duty stopped them for violating the law. His act left the minister and his team furious.
इसके PSOs जो थे वो नीचे आ गए और उन्होंने मेरे मुलाजिम के साथ गुथम गुथा की। एक ने रफल उठाई, मैंने वो रोकने की कोशिश की तो इसी में दूसरे PSO ने मेरे मुंह पर रफल का AK-47 का सट मारा और जिससे मैं लोहूलुहान हो गया मौके पर ही।
The minister's security guards stepped out and brutally thrashed the constable.
कंसर्न थाने के लोग आ गए और लोग वहाँ वायलेंट हो गए। ये मिनिस्टर होकर ऐसे कर रहे गवर्नमेंट मुलाजमीन, तो सिविल लोगों के लिए क्या होगा। बाद हम यहाँ पुलिस स्टेशन चले गए जहाँ पर हमें ट्रीटमेंट किया गया, वहाँ अस्पताल पहुँचाया गया और इस वक्त भी हम दर्द जिस्मान में काफ़ी शदीद तौर पर मुब्तला है।
They had zero regard for his uniform.
It was at this very traffic junction that a duty-doing sub-inspector of the traffic police stopped a speeding cavalcade of J&K Cabinet Minister Taj Mohyuddin, as some of the vehicles in the cavalcade had broken the law by jumping the red light. At that very moment, the sub-inspector had absolutely no idea that this act of his in the line of duty is going to lead to a murderous assault on him, as in no time the security detail which was with the minister pounced on him, beating him so badly that his face was all swollen up and he was in blood. All this while, the shocking part is that the minister kept sitting in his bulletproof car and did not bother to come out and stop this murderous assault, something that provided further license to the brutes in uniform to further assault the hapless sub-inspector.
On more occasions than one, there is misuse of the Lal Batti. But when it is most needed, there is disrespect. On December 12 last year, an 80-year-old man was on his way to the hospital in an ambulance. There was a huge traffic snarl as the old man battled for life in the confines of the vehicle. The desperate driver switched on the Lal Batti to get the man to the hospital soon. But the law that doesn't stop our netas from rushing past with their red beacons was now suddenly reminded of the Apex Court ruling. The official stopped the ambulance, insisting that it violated the Supreme Court ruling that directed all states to strictly restrict the number of VIPs using the red beacon.
1:30 बजे निकले, पौने 2 बजे पहुंच गए शंकर को। वहाँ ये ट्रैफिक वाले ने हमें रोका।
वो कहा क्या ट्रैफिक वालों ने?
उसको बोला ये शहर भी आप क्यों नहीं पहले से ही चलाते थे। उधर ही उसने ये शहर भी बढ़ाई, बस ये बात।
कितना टाइम लगा वहाँ पे आपके?
15 मिनट, 15 to 20।
आपने नहीं दिखाया उनको जो कागजात वहाँ पे थे आपके जो?
उन्होंने देखे ही नहीं।
None of them, not a single police officer, bothered about the dying man in the ambulance, till he eventually lost his life.
Will removing the beacon address the problem of the common Indian? No, it will not. Will the mindset change, which is necessary to remove the beacon, help the Indian? Yes, it will. Are we going to have tokenism again? See, what if you read the judgment of the Supreme Court, it is not so much about the beacon as it's a clarion call, reminding people that we are a republic now. We have been a republic. 65 years down the road, surely we must understand what a republic stands for. Now, if that mindset is not changed, if we still continue to be the governed and those who govern, as in the colonial Raj, then Indian democracy is slipping towards anarchy, and we have seen that happen.
Time that it had gone, these lal battis, it was time it was gone, because it is truly it divides the entire society into the few privileged from the rest of the people and as nobodies. So it's like everybody or a VIP to nobodies. So I think it was absolutely necessary. I'm glad. And without these lal battis, these people will really get to know what's wrong with traffic, what's wrong with the roads, what's wrong with its management. I'm glad, because they won't get right away, they can't siren their way through, and they can't muscle their way through. I think it was absolutely needed.
For decades, India has been crippled by the VIP culture. For years, we have been fighting the VIP monster, only to replicate the ways when handed power. It's a vicious cycle, and our leaders have been pulled into it. But day after day, as the Lal Batti finds a new victim to crush, it is not the defeat of one man, but the defeat of the nation.